I kind of fell into prioritizing my career and education. But what I didn't expect was that during this time, for my desire for marriage to become lesser and lesser.
My husband is such an incredible human. I am doing every single thing, enjoying him.
When are we going to recognize that it should not be black men against black women?
This is why men are consistently better than women. They know how to not give up.
Then I used to be the person that used to make it sound like it was the other person, when in reality, it was me.
Many women like myself are increasingly focusing on their careers, education and travel. And if I'm being honest with you, it's a result of not being able to find a suitable lifetime partner. Well, that's the case for me anyway. After finally coming to terms that I wasn't going to be married and I wasn't going to have children in my 20s, I kind of fell into prioritizing my career and education. But what I didn't expect was that during this time, for my desire for marriage to become lesser and lesser. Now, some of you may be thinking it's the devil that's playing games with your mind, and there's no way I'm disputing that, so please pray for me. But it's definitely a result of seeing people around me settle and still being unhappy, and seeing a lot of amazing women in their late 30s and even 40s still waiting for the one. And now I find myself questioning, maybe I'm meant to be like Paul in the Bible. Maybe my heart has stopped yearning for marriage, not out of contentment, but because I'm slightly giving up. And I know I'm not the only one that's been thinking this way, especially for my Christian girlies. It feels like at times there's a better chance of winning the Euro Millions than finding a godly man whose beliefs, life goals and values align with yours. And all that discouragement trying to find that person is enough for anybody to throw in the towel and be put off marriage completely. However, the advice I'm actively given and what I'll share with you is to work on strengthening your faith. I have let fear overshadow my trust in God, and I have forgotten that God is not bound by my timelines. I wish I had all the answers sometimes, but I'll be a liar if I said I wasn't continuously battling these thoughts. I'm always trying to remind myself that God's plan is better than anything I could ever come up with. And I make this video to say you are not alone. See you. We in this struggle together.
It's kind of like, who's going to tell you? Well, I'll tell you, I'm going to tell you. What do you mean God's plan? God didn't plan for any lady to be in their 40s and to have children. You're actually supposed to do it the other way around. What happens is most of these women turn into modern women and then they put it on God. God's plan. God's plan is to wait until I'm in my 30s, 40s. I'm supposed to be like Lot's wife or Abraham's wife, right? I'm supposed to wait until I'm 50, have kids. No, you're not. It's going to be so much harder to have kids. Why wait until it's too late? That's what most of them are doing. That's not meant to happen. Have you went and did a checkup on your body? No, you have. I'm sure you haven't. Because if you have, I'm sure you wouldn't be talking this way. Go check now. It may be too late.
1-year-old grandmother who had been married for 71 years, what sort of regrets did she have about her husband? And she said her biggest regret, or the wrong regret that she had, is that she didn't spend enough time with him. And the way that I am like fighting back tears right now just thinking about that. We had like a little going away party type thing this past weekend, and in the process of doing this going away thing, my husband was describing to the people that he invited that this was his opportunity to now enjoy time with me, because we've been in this thing for almost 24 years together, and all of that time parenting and trying to make sure that we could take care of our 4 kids and trying to make sure that we did all of the things to make that happen, right? Buy the house, work, all of those. And in doing it, even though we've been consistent about making sure that we spend time with each other, we had date nights, we've gone on trips, we've done all of that thing, there's never just been a time for just me and him. We've been parents, and now we're grandparents. And this is a part that I am so looking forward to in the next 13 days. I'm reminded, she said in that video, that you don't know what tomorrow brings. So while we could make different choices, be like, hey, let's continue to make money and chase all of these things right now, chasing our time together, me cultivating and nurturing me, him nurturing himself, and us being able to be us right now and prioritize us, it feels really good. We had gone to make a return of probably a month ago, And my husband was like waiting in line, and I'm sitting there waiting on him, and up walks this older gentleman. My husband has on this old shirt from when I first had my very first business, and on the back of it, it has like all of his monikers, like CFO, that he was like husband and maintenance man and all of these different things. And the man says to him, like, that used to be like my thing. He went on to tell me that he had just lost his wife like months prior. And after sending my condolences, I asked him, how long did you get to spend with her? He said 33 years. And I thought to myself immediately, that still wouldn't be long enough. 33 years would not be long enough. It wouldn't be long enough. So for all of the time that I have on this earth that I get to spend with this beautiful human, because my husband is such an incredible human, I am doing every single thing, like really being mindful and intentional about just enjoying him, enjoying his humanity, seeing him get black boy joy, like watching him draw, literally just sitting in the same space as him. That's bliss.
This lady cherishes her husband, loves to be in the same space as him. The other woman is saying God has a better plan. Why? She needs perfection. Look, no man is perfect. You're not going to find a perfect man. You're not going to get the man that's making 250,000. All these crazy numbers you ladies like to bring up. It's not possible. It's possible. Well, what's the percentage that'll happen? What is it? Under 10%? Under 5%? And what are you now? Like this lady, she may be around the same age as the last lady. But what's the difference? She found her husband early. Didn't judge him. Didn't say he's not making a certain amount. She cherished him. That's what men are looking for. Men will be happy to find that in the West. I'm sure they met in the West. He got lucky. Look at her. She said 33 years is not enough.
It literally took for me to find a good person to realize I'm really the problem. Baby, I have so many unhealed wounds and trauma that now it affects literally all of my relationships that I'm getting into. I didn't realize something ain't right up here either. I be flipping out over the most craziest thing. Then I used to be the person that used to make it sound like it was the other person, when in reality, it was me. Like, I literally had a good man that was chill. That was, he was real chill, didn't really do too much. Like, y'all, when y'all get into these relationships, y'all gotta start coming healed. Especially if you want a person that's already healed their own self and that already got things under control. You gotta learn to control your own self, control those emotions. Cause sometimes us as women, we be all over the place. And we really do be the problem. So I had to take time to myself so I could really work and focus on myself so I could be a better person for this man. Because he was the sweetest person. It was just me.
I give that lady a hand clap. Why? She admits she was the problem. That takes a lot of accountability. Many of you don't have it. I commend her. Yeah, she's still a bonnet wearer. I'm sure she's wrapping her hair, keeping it down for the night. But women like that have somewhat of a chance because they did some reflection, realized the mistakes they made with her past man. She realizes the next time she finds a man like that, she needs to cherish him. Just like the wife, right? She needs to cherish him so she can become a wife. Now she figured out what she needs to do. Stay humble. Sit in the corner somewhere. Not babble all the time. A lot of times when a man is talking, don't cut him off. She saw she was the problem. So what has she done after that? Self-reflection. I'm sure worked on herself. Went to therapy. Did the work a lot of you ladies won't dare do because you don't see anything wrong with what you're doing now. And that's the big problem. Got to work on that.
Today is for black ladies that are single, that are looking to get married. I'm not talking about black single mothers, yeah? I'm talking about black ladies that are single and they are of the marriage age and they want to get married and have kids and start a family and do all of those things, and they failed so many times, finding someone. This video is just to say, to encourage you to date outside your race. Try it. Someone outside your race might be your soulmate. This was the advice I gave to my sister 5 years ago, my own younger sister. My younger sister is obviously African, Nigerian, black. And I remember 5 years ago when she came out of a 7 years relationship from, oh my God, that guy is a spawn of the devil. Was the spawn of the devil. Probably still. And I remember my sister was so heartbroken. And I remember saying to my sister, date outside your race. Sorry, my voice is a bit funny today because I've not been feeling too well. But anyways, I remember saying to my sister, try and date outside your race. See if you match with someone outside your race. See if, someone outside your race might be your person. And my sister was like, oh, because we are very pro-blacks, okay? Me and my family, we really are. But sometimes your soulmate might be someone outside of your race. And this is not on hating black men shit. I am not. I don't hate black men. I've got 2 black sons that are going to become a man in future, inshallah. But it's just, sometimes your soulmate might just be someone from another ethnicity from you. But be open-minded. My sister today is a living testimony of that when I told her this 5 years ago. And let me tell you one thing about my little sister. Yeah, she is the definition of a good woman. Someone that went to university, master's, PhD, good girl, does not run after boys, does not smoke, drink, does not steal, lie, like very healthy. She goes by the books. She didn't do no bad thing. She had only one boyfriend all her life before she met her husband that gave her this baby. Like only one boyfriend. And for 7 years, my sister did not start dating until she was like 24, 25 years old. Like she stayed away. She was a good girl. You know the definition of Nigerian good girl? That was who my sister was. And she still met someone that treated her horribly. And I said to her 5 years ago, after 7 years of coming off of that relationship with that person, I said to my sister, go outside your race. Your soulmate might be outside your race. And she went on her first date with my nephew's father, this boy's father. And 3 years down the line, well, it's been 5 years, but 2 years into it, this guy proposed, married my sister, bought her a big house. See this house we're in right now? It's got 2 acres of land, a pond, and gave her a baby. And let me tell you something, this man is such a hands-on dad. Like, I had to come and help them look after the baby since my sister had this baby. And the way this man has been so hands-on, I looked at him this morning and I said thank you to him. Not because he's doing his duty as a father, but it's just the fact that he treats my sister like a flipping queen that she is. Like, I looked at my sister and I'm like, you're blessed. And I looked at him and I said to him, thank you. Like, I really appreciate you for the things you do for my sister, things you're doing for the baby, and things you and for who you are in general. So this story is just to encourage any lady, black lady to be precise, not to say black men are horrible people. I am not bashing black men. I am just saying your soulmate might be someone out of your race. So don't knock it off. Try it. Okay? And like I said, this is for young ladies that are looking for a husband, who want to get married. You're in your 20s, late 20s, early 30s, and you're of the marriage age, and you want to have this marriage thing and have kids. Try someone outside of your race. That's all I've got to say. Anyways, I need to go put this young man down. He's full of milk now. This is my nephew. My sister gave me a nephew. I'm sorry. I've been crying. I'm such a simp. But alhamdulillah.
I say congratulations on the baby. Congratulations on your marriage with your white husband. But I will say this. It's all about who you choose. Also, it's a luck of the draw. For instance, if I would have married your sister, she would have lucked out. If any black man I know would have married your sister, she would have lucked out. So, it's not about just marrying a white man. Because you said it yourself, you can get the same problem. Well, actually, you didn't say that. That's one thing you didn't say. I understand you said you're not talking about black men, but it comes across that way, right? Because I'll even say myself, like for instance, the second video I showed a black woman that was married, that had her mind screwed on right? So I won't necessarily say that you'll have to go out. But I will say this, and I say it all the time, that to find the woman that's for you, not about the games. Because nowadays, where I'm from, tons of modern women. A man most likely has to find someone outside. Your sister, she was pretty much a virgin. Probably with that one guy that did it wrong. She could have found somebody. She most likely looked in the wrong places, saw a guy that was handsome, said, "That's my man." Then after, she got with a plain white guy. That was the right choice, getting with a plain guy. She could have got with a plain black guy. She could have found a guy that was sort of like a Steve Urkel type, got with him and been fine. So I hear what you're saying. I don't hit on it. Date whoever you want. White, black, green, date a Martian. Still, what you're saying is flawed. I see it, others see it, but you don't. They never will.
The first 5 sentences, so I'm going to make this quick. Black men live in a world where they are criminalized because of their skin. They are hated and feared because they are misunderstood. Black men live in a world where their education comes secondary and they don't have the support because you need to go out here and make some money and pay these bills. Black men live in a world where they are only looked at as utilitarian. What can I get out of you? Black men are underpaid and undervalued no matter how hard they work, because that's how the system is set up. And then they are hated by their own. The woman that was created to support that black man looks down at that black man because you're not good enough for me. But so are black women. I need y'all to understand that some of the struggles that black men face, so do black women in a different way. We are hated by the same system. We are restricted by the same economy. We are underpaid and undervalued and overworked. We are hated by the black men who were supposed to love and protect us. So when are we going to recognize that that is how it is designed to be? When are we going to recognize that it should not be black men against black women, that it should be black people against the system, black people against the hate, black people against the justice system, black people against capitalism? When are we going to recognize that we have to unite in order to fight the real problem? Because the real problem is not you or me. The real problem is them.
I love that she brought that up, but I want to say this. We can't fight against anything because there's nothing to fight against, right? We all wake up every day with the same opportunity as a white man, as a Spanish man, as an Indian man, or a Chinese man. And I chose Indian and Chinese because they're the ones thriving. So we all have the same opportunity. So me, myself, I wake up every day, put on my shoes, strap on my mind, go on the internet, and find opportunities. Same thing another black man can do. Go find that opportunity. Only thing, as a black man or a black woman, we have to learn where to find the opportunities. I didn't learn that until really, well, I knew for a while. I knew since around 2013, as I was going into my later years. And now I can show others. But it's not something, a system that we come together and fight against. Why? Because everybody's not going to stick together. Somebody's going to backstab somebody, right? Listen, that blacks get together and fight against the system, that's dead. That ship has sailed and is really irrelevant. Why are we still talking about it? There's no system to fight against. There's nobody against us. Do you know how other people look at it? When we talk like that, what do they call it? What do they call it now? Black fatigue. People are getting tired of that. What you're pushing, I see you're always about the black man. You say a lot of good things about black men, also black women. I'm not bashing black men or black women. All I'm saying is there's nothing to fight. Like nowadays, who's pushing for us to get together with them and fight against the system? Hispanics. We can't get together with them and fight against that system. That's not for us to do. This is their fight. So we can't get together and fight. What are we fighting against? Doesn't make sense. I'm not for it.
Bye. I need y'all to shut the F to the up. This is why men are consistently better than women. They know how to not give up. And she made one baby, she can make another one. And why is this so hard for women to detach from their emotion? That is your kryptonite, and it's what keeps you guys stupid. Like, what the that baby? What kind of let me ask you a question. What kind of dynamic would she have now mentally to raise a child with a father that she knows hurt him, with somebody that like literally plotted on her and tried to humble her, break her? You guys are stupid. Imagine how it would look for him. And let me tell you something. You guys don't know how men actually think. Do you know that he banks on the fact that she's too emotional and she's too bonded and she's too much of a woman to actually get rid of it? Do you know what kind of statement it means for her to say, I'm done with you and I'm done with your seed? Do you know how powerful that is? I don't think you guys understand how men see us. They think we're an emotional wreck, an emotional joke. Do you know how it is for you to come out and tell? That's how niggas can walk out on their whole pregnant wife, family, and shit, because they know they can do it and a bitch would never. So show them you can. If you stand on the fact that everything that Liz is saying, show that you really on it. You don't play with niggas. You don't play with niggas, period.
I'm coming in hot, you guys. I always get on the women because, ladies, we set the tone. We always set the tone. We always set the tone. And the crazy part is I always like tee-hee-hee, because a lot of times people will kind of have like, you know, these like conversations with me trying in opposition of what I'm saying. But the truth of the matter is, with all due respect, I hate to throw my degrees around, but I'm a communication major. I don't say anything that I haven't thought through logically and made sure that I had sound, valid points. It provided examples if needed. So don't do that, because I thought it through. I didn't just say it because I wanted to be, you know, obtuse and put the internet in an uproar. I really don't care. The reality of it is women, we set the tone. We're the creators. We're the womb. If life starts with womb, why don't we have more intention about the things that we're creating in the society that we live in? A lot of times y'all be mad at men, but y'all create these experiences that men, are putting you through because you allow it. People only do what you allow. I hear the number one complaint I hear from mothers, my men don't help, men don't take care of their kids. What is it? Mama's babies, daddy's maybe. Oh, get on that. Pick better charactered people to reproduce with. I can't stress it enough. One of the most important decisions you make in your life is who you choose to reproduce with. You damn yourself to a life of struggle and strife if you don't make the right decision. And I'm not trying to shoot down on anyone who has made a mistake or has come to find that the person that they had a child with is, you know, ends up lacking character down the line, because it happens. I mean, you know, players get too, as they say. But the reality is, the more intention that you put into that experience and that decision, the more you will thank yourself down the line. A lot of people ask me like, what? You let your husband deliver the baby? You let your husband stay at home and take care of the kids? I don't know. Let me tell you something. My husband got me pregnant. My husband had everything to do with this experience and putting me in this position to be a mother. Why would I let him take the ladder and just be passive? No, If I have to carry a baby and deal with the internal and physical changes, the biological changes, the hormonal changes, and all the other stuff that comes along with being pregnant and having a baby and postpartum and all that, why would I let him off the hook? Why would I do that? Why wouldn't I make him have to sit front row and center? You should be just as involved in this experience as I have to be. This is what a team atmosphere is. This is what equal 50-50 exchanges is. Don't y'all say go half on the baby? Does it seem like half if I have to go through all the stress and strife and he just gets to stand there? Yeah, go, babe. No. I want you to see the seriousness of the situation. I want you to live in it. I want you to be invested because I have to be. What kind of team player is always sitting on the bench? That's not a team atmosphere. That's you being exploited to some degree. Make these men step up and be just as involved and active as they were when they were helping you create these experiences. Why would I have a baby and then be struggling all by myself to take care of the baby and change all the diapers and pump and get bottles and blah, 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 blah? No. If I breastfed the baby and I'm struggling to get them to go back to sleep or something and I'm tired, hey, honey, get your child. It's a reason I make these videos, and it's not because I got kids hanging off my tits 24/7. It's because I have a supportive partner that's going to step in and take the reins when I need him to. When I need him to. Not when he feels like it, when I need him to. I deserve that level of respect. I don't want to push gift. I want you to push your in here and help me with these kids. Start demanding more from your partners and your spouses, and they will deliver, or you will realize very quickly in things that you don't need to keep people around who don't help you. If all you do is hinder me from doing the job myself, get out of my way and let me just do everything by myself. That's the truth. Some of y'all need to start stepping up and making these men accountable. You cannot blame someone for what another person does when you allow it.
I'll tell you guys, I'm the oldest out of 5 kids. So that sounds to me, you guys see me throw my hand up to 5-0, that sounds like a perfect 50-50 relationship. Seriously. And a man that's a man, she's right when she said, pick the right guy. Because she's right, ladies, if you pick the right man, he doesn't mind taking care of the kids, burping the kids, changing the pamper or two. The man doesn't mind unless he's providing everything. That's a lot different. If he's providing everything, of course the man minds. But if it's 50-50, I'll change the diaper. You need me to go get milk? Okay, I'll go get the milk. All right, you watch the baby. All right, I go. All right, now I got the baby. You go. He doesn't mind. Of course, if a man is not up on everything, you got to train him. But when my son was born, I was the one doing most of the stuff because I was the one who had the younger brothers and sisters. She was a solo kid, so I taught her. Seriously, I was teaching her certain things, and that's the truth. But like she said, she's right. A lot of guys don't mind going half on the baby, going half on some chores. A man doesn't matter. It doesn't mind. It doesn't matter to him as long as you're willing to split. We're going even, Stevens. That's fine with me. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching the video. If you like my content, be sure to subscribe, guys, and hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss any videos that I put out. Other than that, peace out. See you next video.